This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. It's Saturday at 10 p.m. in the Pacific. Or if you're watching me in California, it is 10 p.m. right there. And currently, as you all know, I'm traveling the Philippines. And you could tell my luggage is behind me. I'm doing it not in my sister's condo, but in my mom's home. So because it's so hot today, it's very humid, so I have to be inside a cold room for obvious reasons. Anyways, for those people watching us in the Philippines, and it is Sunday today, and it is exactly at 2:02 p.m. Magandang tanghali o hapon po sa inyong lahat. Those people watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good day sa lahat po ng nanonood. Just to let you know, live na live po kami ngayon on PHLV Radio Facebook page and also PHLV Radio YouTube channel, as well as, so by the way, if you are not subscribed yet, please do like, share, and of course subscribe so you would not miss any of the PHLV shows, including this particular show. And those people who watch our show yesterday with Alam Mo Ba, with Josh Andowit, with special guest Xavier X. If you missed that, please do follow us on Facebook page as well as on YouTube, and you could just go to the archives and you could watch the replay. And if you missed any of our shows, you could always go back to our website, on PHLB Radio website, and that is www.phlbradio.com. Also, live na live din po tayo ngayon sa Amazon Fire TV and the PHLB channel. And then if you have Alexa in your home, just say play PHLB, just say Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And then also on different podcast platforms, we are also available in Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. So that being said, maraming salamat po for for your continued support of all our PHLB radio shows, including two of my shows, Alam Mo Ba, and plus Dear Kuya Josh and Ate Jen. But before anything else, let me again announce the soap opening. They opened yesterday, February 12th, here in the Philippines, and this is owned and operated by a good friend of ours. It's Dr. Edwin Fortuno, and it's the General's Hilton Cafe. It is located in Barangay Sampaloc, Tanay, Rizal. And if you want to reserve it, you could DM them or direct message them or call them for reservation at 0917-725-6272 or 0915-200-9516. And it is the General's Hilton Cafe at Q11 Private Estate, located at Sitio Narcaria, Barangay Sampaloc, Tanay, Rizal. And I've been there too, and it is why travel to Tagaytay, and the weather is pretty close or almost the same with the Hilltop Cafe. So with less the traffic and less, of course, the travel time. It's like an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes away from Manila. So that being said, congratulations on your opening yesterday, and more power to Dr. Edwin Fortuno for your new venture. Okay, now, before we continue, and I need your help. So I have Josephine Castillo, who is watching from Quezon City. Josephine, I'll be needing your help. I need advice for this particular one, this particular vendor. Desi Santos is watching as well. Those people who are watching right now or will be watching, hello at magandang araw sa inyo. Okay, ang letter sender po. Oh, by the way, before I go to the letter, again, just a public service announcement. People who are watching right now, and you have friends, family, or yourself traveling to the Philippines, you could easily fly into the Manila now without the required quarantine. So ulitin ko po, yung magta-travel back to the Philippines or into the Philippines, wala na pong quarantine requirement. Yung 7 days, 14 days, and 10 days, those were all invalidated as of February 1. There'll be another announcement on February 15, at kasi po level 2 na po ang NCR or National Capital Region. And that being said, wala na po yung quarantine requirement. Any airport going or any airport that is currently in the Philippines receiving foreigners and balikbayan. So that's our public service announcement po, and that is as of February 1st. Okay, and letter sender natin today, maganda po yung kanya at medyo nakakaiyak. Well, so touching and poignant. So ang letter po natin, so I'll be asking all your help, si Desi Santos, si Josephine Castillo for now, at yung mga manonood po, kasi po ang title ng ating episode for today, Masarap, Masakit, ang Umibig. So ang title po, again, Masarap, Masakit, ang Umibig. Okay, let me switch channel and I will be reading po the letter natin na galing kay Bernadette or Badette. Okay? And of course, that's not her real name. I have to change the name and the location and some other details about her location and her identity para po hindi natin ma-divulge yung kanya pong tunay na kung saan siya at kung sino siya. Okay, ito po yung kanyang letter. Let me go back to that part. Hold on. Because I'm using one phone po today kaya medyo challenging. Okay. Ito po, ang ating letter for today. Okay. Masarap, masakit ang umibig. Dear Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, bakit masarap at masakit ang umibig? Talaga bang sa bawat sarap at may kapalit na sakit pag umiibig? Hindi ba dapat sarap lang at walang sakit? Bakit pag in love ka, ang sarap ng pakiramdam, ang sarap kiligin? Pero pag magkaaway naman kayo at may tampuhan at kung minsan hiwalayan, ang sakit-sakit na parang gusto mo nang mamatay. This is where I will start my teaching. I'm Bernadette, but you could call me Badette for short. I'm 29 years old, a Scorpio, engaged dati. I met Daryl at the hospital where I work as a medical technician. He is one of the janitors. His job as janitor did not bother me at all, although my family, especially my dad, is not happy about it. Kasi daw, he is just a janitor, while medical technologies or medtech ako. Ano daw ang maipapakain niya sa akin at just in case sa mga magiging anak namin. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, super gwapo at matangkad si Daryl. Higit sa lahat, super bait niya sa mga kapatid at magulang niya, most especially sa nanay niya. Ang sabi ng nanay ko, or my mom told me, if ever I'm gonna fall or marry a guy in the future, I need to look for someone who cares so much about the mother. Kasi kung paano daw pinahalagahan at inaalagaan ang isang ina ng aking magiging boyfriend, ay ganun din ang pagpahalaga at pag-aalaga sa akin. Kung ano raw ang ginawang pag-aalaga sa magulang o lalo na sa ina, ganun din ang gagawin para sa kanyang kasintahan o iniibig. Lahat ng mga nurses dito, panay pa-cute at harot sa kanya. Sorry na lang sila dahil ako ang mahal niya at kahit ano pang pa-cute na no effect kay Daryl. Dahil sa kapos sa financial, he needed to stop going to college because he needed to work for the family. Pandemya, kaya hinto muna, trabaho muna. Chemical engineering ang course niya, Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, at fourth year college na siya nang huminto. Sa 3 taon na naging boyfriend-girlfriend kami, ni minsan, di kami nag-away. Di siya seloso at di possessive. Ako naman, walang insecurity sa kanya. Dahil alam ko, mahal na mahal niya ako. At mahal na mahal namin ang isa't isa. Super saya namin at sobrang masaya ako sa kanya. Lagi akong nakasmile dahil alam kong mahal na mahal niya ako at ganun din ako sa kanya. Ganun pala yun. Ibang sarap ang pakiramdam ng umiibig. Siya ang first boyfriend ko at ako naman ang first girlfriend niya. Ang dami kong first sa kanya. First kiss, first yakap, first holding hands, first lahat-lahat. Oo, Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, siya rin ang nauna sa akin. I lost my virginity to him. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, na-aksidente ang ama niya at naging paralitiko ito or paralyzed. His cousin who works as an engineer in Saudi Arabia offered to help him get an employer or sponsorship sa Saudi. Masakit man na separated from each other, I have to give way because of his love for his family. Ayoko maging hadlang sa pagtulong niya sa kanyang magulang at mga kapatid. Ang sakit ng malayo sa mahal na mahal mo, but sacrifices nga kumbaga. Ang sakit na I cannot be physically close to him. Ang sakit na I cannot see him every day like before. Every day since he left for Saudi, we called each other. Salamat na lang sa technology, sa Messenger, FaceTime, at Viber. Okay. 6 months passed, the calls became sporadic. Padalang-dalang na kaming mag-usap dahil siguro busy siya at busy rin ako. Minsan, walang tawag. Pag ako naman ang tumatawag, no answer ang phone call niya o ang cellphone niya. FaceTime naman, not available or busy siya at ganun din ako kuminsan. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, ang sakit-sakit na I cannot even talk to him or see him kahit sa cellphone man lang. One time, I called his cell phone and he answered. I said, pwede bang makausap si Daryl? The lady answered, wala siya nasa work. Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, kinabahan ako. Sino siya? Sino itong babae na sumagot ng cellphone ni Daryl? Itatanong ko sana kung sino siya, pero may halong takot ako sa pwede kong marinig. Nasabi ko na lang, please tell Daryl to call me when he is available. Hindi ako makatulog. Sobrang kinakabahan ako. Ito kaya ang tinatawag na women intuition. Makalipas ng 2 araw, tumawag din si Daryl. Pagkasabi ko pa lang sa telepono ng hello, ramdam kung may something. Napahagulgol si Daryl at hindi makapagsalita. Hello, Daryl, bakit? Ang natatandaan kong nasabi ko sa kanya, sorry, Badet. I did not mean to hurt you. Mahal na mahal kita. Tandaan mo yan, ang sabi niya, habang patuloy ang pagluha at pag-iyak. Diyos ko, alam ko na ang susunod na sasabihin niya ang nasabi ko sa sarili ko. Nakabuntis ako. Si Shelly yung babaeng sumagot sa cellphone ko nang tumawag ka, ang sabi pa niya. Napahagulgol ako at napaiyak. Nagsikip ang dibdib ko at hindi ako makahinga, Kuya Josh, Ate Jen. Natutulala ako na parang akong namatay. ang sakit-sakit. Makalipas ng ilang linggo, may dumating na katrabaho si Daryl dito sa Pilipinas. May dala siyang letter mula kay Daryl para sa akin. Doon ko sa katrabaho niya, nalaman na napikot si Daryl Michelo. Di ko na binasa ang letter ni Daryl. Sabi ng co-worker ni Daryl, Daryl needed to marry Shelo dahil bawal sa Saudi na hindi kasal ang magkasamang babae at lalaki sa bahay, lalo na't buntis na yung babae. Ngayon, I still cannot move on. Makalipas ng isang taon, I'm still longing and hurting. Panay pa rin ang iyak ko. I'm still in pain dahil sa nangyari sa pag-ibig ko. Please tell me, Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, talaga bang sa bawat sarap ay may kapalit na sakit pag umiibig ka? Hindi ba dapat sarap lang at walang sakit? Bakit pag in love ka, ang sarap-sarap ng pakiramdam at ang sarap-sarap din kiligin? Pero pag nag-away, nagkatampuhan, at lalo na kung may hiwalayan at may naiwan, ang sakit-sakit na parang gusto mo nang mamatay. Please advise ang inyong mga listeners. Maraming salamat po sa inyo at mabuhay ang inyong programang Dear Kuya Josh at Ate Jen. Nagmamahal at umaasa padet. So, ang ating storya today, masarap, masakit ang umibig. Sige dali. Bago ko basahin yung mga viewers at saka listeners ang yung comment, let me go back first. Kasi nga po, isang phone lang ang ginagamit ni Kuya Josh today. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Si Benito Marcos is watching. Desi Santos, happy viewing. Edward as well. Teka, bago ko ibigay yung comment ko, sino pa bang mga nagpapabati dito? Doon sa mga nakikinig at saka doon sa mga nanonood, I need your help para malaman nyo, kasi nga si Ate Jen na partner ko, she's still out. Nagpapalakas pa siya, and those people are wondering, nasan si Ate Jen? Nagre-recuperate po siya kasi nga po medyo nagkasakit siya at kailangan niyo magpagaling. But hopefully soon, makikita nyo at maririnig nyo uli si Ate Jen with her advices. Yung mga nakikinig at nanonood, I need your help on what you could tell or share with us, yung opinion nyo at mga mga opinion at advices nyo kung talaga ba dapat masakit at masarap ang umibig. Yung sa akin, since alam mo minsan tinatanong ko din yan kung bakit kailangan may sakit pag umiibig. Bakit when you're in love, super happy, parang there's no tomorrow, parang yun na talaga, yung talagang ang sarap-sarap ng feeling, parang kang nasa cloud 9, sabi nga, parang it is ibang level, better than any feelings in the world because you are in love. Now, yung question naman ni Badet, at Badet, maraming salamat, or Bernadette, for trusting us dahil importante rin na doon sa mga nanonood sa amin na at least nakakapulot o nakakapulot or you're learning from our advices, from the letters that we're getting, receiving it here, at the same time yung mga sinishare natin sa mga viewers and listeners. Sabi ni Edward Manalo, "Hi Kuya Josh, miss you so much." Si Edward ito. I think Edward is based in Los Angeles. Ito, yung dun sa masakit, alam mo sabi nga nila, somebody told me, if you don't suffer the pain, doon mo raw, kung anong sakit, doon din ang saya. Sabi nga, you will only know what happiness is if you go through some pain. So ako naniniwala doon kasi di ba, parang sabi nga sa bawat luha may katapat na saya. Kaya like people who are in show business, di ba, dalawang mukha yun. Isang happy happy face at saka isang sad face. So sabi nila, hindi naman lahat sadness. There are times na na yung sadness nagiging happiness as well. Now, when you are in love, talagang parang everything is pink, everything is lovely, everything is nice, parang walang katapusang kaligayahan, nakangiti ka whole day, tapos parang inspired ka, pero tama ka, but then, pag nagkaroon ng tampuhan, yun ay nababalutan ka ng galit, nababalutan ka ng frustration, nababalutan ka ng inis, at minsan talagang yung feeling mo nagsiskip. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think it is just normal. Yung tanong mo nga, kailangan bang may sakit at may saya ang pag-ibig? Yun kasi ang price that we all go through being a human person, a human being. Simply because yung mga feelings na yan, that is normal. Talagang, sabi nga, hindi naman ang buhay ay panay saya. Sabi nga, minsan pa nga sinasabi ng mga kaibigan natin na hindi naman everyday ay Pasko. So, siyempre, parang ang buhay daw ay ups and down. Just like anything else in the world, merong up at merong down. That being said, what it means is hindi mo dapat masyadong intindihin kung masyado kang nasaktan ngayon. Siguro hindi si Daryl ang tamang tao para sa'yo. Siguro, kasi alam mo, minsan talaga, and I believe that, ang hirap talaga pag LDR ang tawag nila o long distance relationship. Kasi ang hirap talaga, even though may technology na, I remember during the olden days, no, if you are living out abroad and your significant other is here in the Philippines or any parts of the world, ang hirap because of technology. Dati, masyadong limited, parang bibili ka pa ng calling card or phone card to call, tapos ang mahal-mahal niya. Now, because of, sabi mo nga, because of technology, nauso na yung WhatsApp, Viber, FaceTime, naging madali kahit na hindi physically taong mahal mo, at least nakikita mo on a daily basis, nakakausap mo, at nakakapag-exchange kayo ng mga ideas at the same time, may mga discussion na gaganap. Yun ang kaganahan ng technology na nasa atin ngayon. However, I also believe na although may mga technology nga tayo, at it's difficult and it's different, kapag yung closeness talaga, kasi sabi nga nila, hindi naman tayo cold society. Kailangan talaga na i-embrace mo yung tao, nayayakap, tapos yung just the warmth, yung warmth ng tao, sabi nga yung init ng tao, na nakatabi mo, na nakikita mo, meron pa nga sabi ng kaibigan, at least, minsan tatasikan ka ng laway, yun ang importante na parang hindi lang yung nakakausap mo. Of course, communication is key. Sabi nga, communication is understanding. But importante rin talaga yung human touch. Yung talagang, kumbaga na-embrace mo, yung closeness, yung warmth talaga, ang importante yun. Especially where we are. Now, sabi naman ni Alexander Francisco, hi Alexander, say hello Kuya Josh. Tapos sabi naman ni Edward Manalo, sabi niya, when you love everything, you will do whatever will... Edward, I will read it verbatim. When you... Ano ba to? When you love everything, you will do. When you love everything you do, whatever happens, you... Paano ba to? Edward, hindi ko masyadong maintindihan yung ano mo. Sorry kasi parang na-translate yata ito. Hindi ko masyado paki-retype. Hindi ko masyadong maintindihan yung comment. Parang kasi ang na-translate sa akin, when I love everything you will do, whatever will happen in the you will going crazy. Hindi ko magets. So, if you could retouch kung ano yung ibig mo sabihin, siguro na-translate siya ng Zoom or nitong itong ating, minsan kasi nata-translate. Oh, when you are in love, yun ang sinabi niya. Okay, continue, Edward. Sige, type mo. So yun nga, yung nangyari kay Badet at kay Daryl, parang ang ganda nung simula. Firstly, I believe yung sinabi, wala naman sa trabaho yun. Kasi di ba sabi nga daw, syempre, alam mo, Badet, hindi ko masisisi kasi lahat naman ng magulang, they want the best for their kids. Lalo na, sabi mo nga, medical technologist ka. Tapos syempre yung father mo, medyo nagulat na parang, paano to? Medtech yung anak ko, professional. Tapos, janitor, sabi nga ng janitor lang yung si Daryl. Pero sana, maunawaan ng daddy mo, hindi naman masamang maging janitor. Maraming, janitor is being a janitor or kahit anumang pang trabaho, marangal yun, at least nag-e-effort. And then, you got to understand, hindi porki janitor ka ngayon, for every janitor ka na lang. Sabi mo nga, na chemical engineering siya, 4th year na. So I know chemical engineer or any engineer for that matter is good for 5 years. So imagine mo, in one time, magiging chemical engineer na siya. It's just a matter of time. So ang point ko sa daddy mo, I understand siguro may pagka-shock factor kasi nga syempre alam mo naman sa Philippine society, sa kultura natin, masyado ang tingin, merong hindi maganda minsan ang pagtingin natin sa mga labor sector. Parang, especially if you're not a blue-collar job person. Pero, kasi sa Amerika, as we all know, yung people or Filipinos living abroad, it's a different story. The labor, o yung mas may manual labor, mas mahal ang sweldo, mas mahal ang bayad. Like the garbage collector, yung mga yan, they're doing so well. Kasi people who would do yung parang mga mahihirap at mga dirty work, mas mahal yung labor. A good example, di ba? Pag yung kunyari nagpapalit kayo ng change oil or nagpagawa kayo ng kotse, yung materials nga, mas ang mura-mura. Pero sa States to, I'm talking about United States. Pero pag nakita mo yung singil sa labor, minsan mas mahal pa, yun ang mas mahal sa service na ni-render. Kasi ang mahal talaga ng labor sa abroad. Unlike here in the Philippines, ang na-notice ko, and please, yung ating viewers at saka listeners, iba dito. Dito, parang parang hindi kinakaya, parang mas mababa ang tingin yon. Mababa ang tingin sa mga menial na trabaho. Kunyari yung mga laborer, tapos yung mga garbage collector, masyadong mababa ang tingin ng kultura para sa mga ganung trabaho, which does not translate pag outside of the Philippines ka na. Will it change eventually? I'm hoping that in time, just like anything in the world, nag-change naman yung mindset, yung paradigm, nagkakaroon ng shift, and hopefully, moving forward, ganun na mangyari. If you ask me, will it happen soon? Only time can tell. Right now, yun ang sitwasyon. Iba yung treatment sa mga labor industry abroad as opposed to labor industry in the Philippines. Especially yung mga masyadong mahirap at maduming mga trabaho like a garbage collector. But of course, I'm open to any debacle or any, you could tell me that I'm wrong. And I'm glad that if you do so, at least meron tayong agreement to disagree. Okay. Tapos sabi ni Alexander Francisco, masarap ang umibig at masakit dahil yung sakit, nararamdaman mo yan. Okay. Parang masarap ang umibig at masakit dahil yung sakit na nararamdaman mo ang gamitin mong inspirasyon para lalo kang tumibay. Okay. I think what Alexander is saying is right now kasi si Ate Badet or si Badet is really hurting. Nasabi nga niya, parang gusto niya nang mamatay o parang hindi siya makahinga, nagsisikip yung kanyang dibdib dahil nga doon sa nangyari sa kanila ni Daryl. Pero ang sabi ng ni Alexander, kahit na nasa ganyan kang kalagayan or situation, use that as an inspiration para mag-move on. Alam mo, sabi pa nga nung isa kong friend the other day when I was discussing another letter sender, sabi niya, giving away or letting go is hard. At sinabi yun ni Azarete last week. Sabi ni Masarap, which happens to be one of our listeners as well, and viewers, sabi niya, letting go is hard, but moving on is harder. And I believe that it's always difficult to let go, pero to move on and to be okay, it's really, really, really hard. And harder than letting go. Sabi nga, parang ngayon, parang I'm reading this book when is okay not to be okay? Kailan ba okay na hindi ka maging okay? I will share that with you pag natapos ko na yung book. Now, yung kay Badet, I could feel your pain kasi nga, di ba ang sakit na parang after yung relasyon nyo, after yung 3 years yung pagsasama, tapos yun nga lang, siyempre yung separation nyo, marami kasing tukso. Sabi nga nung co-worker ni Daryl, napikot lang siya. Pero still, at sabi mo nga, of course I have to understand na kahit na napikot, masakit pa rin. Kasi siyempre, with that 3 years, you already kind of build something in your mind na ito yung magiging future mo, si Daryl, tapos, and you might be building a family someday. Pero because of the situation that Daryl is in, mukhang hindi na mangyayari yun. So, we tackle already yung job niya. Tapos yung namang, yung sabi mo nga, siya lahat ang first. I am not here to judge you. Talaga nangyayari yan. Kasi parang, especially in this generation na ngayon, parang everything is there for the taking. Sabi nga, unlike, and I had a discussion with my mom, sabi nila, nung olden days daw nila, siguro makaka-identify yung mga nakikinig sa ating tito, tita, ate, at saka yung older, mature people. In those days kasi, hindi masyadong physical ang mga mag-boyfriend-girlfriend. The most na they would do is watch a movie, go to the park, go out and eat. Unlike now, in this day and age, masyadong physical na ang mga boyfriend-girlfriend. Most of the time na nasashock ako, in a way, kasi very different from my parents' time to my time and then to the millennial time. Ibang-iba na sila. Parang ngayon masyadong, they call the word na marupok o mapusok. Simply because maybe it's the media, maybe it's the movies, maybe it's just the time that is upon us right now. Everything is for the taking. Masyadong napakadali, mabilis masyado. So hindi lang sa buhay, kundi sa mga pangyayari. Yun nga lang, lagi ko sinasabi, I'm not to judge. Siyempre, sometimes you want to be intimate, pero be responsible. As much na hindi ka pwedeng, I cannot advise na sana hindi nagiging physical, hindi nagiging nag-i-intimate, you wait after the marriage, which if you are a Catholic believer or you're Katoliko ka, especially in the Philippines, you need to abstain or to be practicing parang ano muna, hands off until the marriage or after the marriage. Pero alam ko rin na hindi naman madaling gawin yun. It will be I'll be a hypocrite kapag sinabi kong dapat ganon. Because I know for a fact na hindi na yun ang napapanahon. I'm not saying na dapat you go ahead and do fornication or sex before marriage. I'm not saying that, but alam ko it is happening and I am not an innocent participant dyan simply because alam ko naman yung kaganapan na nangyayari sa panahon ito, which is very unlike sa panahon nung magulang natin at mga tita natin. Hello, happy viewing kay Minda Iboro. At tapos sabi ni Alexander Francisco, dagdag pa siya, let go, let God. Siguro si Alexander is pertaining yung pain mo, yung moving on mo, Badet, na, and I believe this, and ito rin yung isa sa mga lagi ko sinasabi sa mga kaibigan ko, especially, and I even myself, I apply this, itong phrase na to, you need to let go, and you need to let God. So in this particular, you need to let go of the pain and you let God work wonders in your life. Kunyari, you have so many problems, whether financial, health, or relationship. You need to let go of that particular issue or concern in your life, and you just trust. You trust God, and you let go. And you let go of that issue in your life, and you let God handle the situation on your behalf. At like ko sinasabi, I just told a friend na takot what would happen, especially with the looming pandemic pa na hanggang ngayon, global pa rin. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, make your faith bigger than your fear. Ibig sabihin, mas tibayin mo yung pagtitiwala mo sa Panginoon or sa kung sino man yung itinataas mo, yung supreme being ng buhay mo, at lakihan mo ang paniniwala o pagsasampalataya, yung faith mo, kesa sa takot mo. Make your fear bigger than your fear. Okay? Make your faith bigger than your fear. Okay? Sabi naman ni Minda Iboro, Sir Josh, ano Minda? Nasa ano tayo? Mamaya na yan. Anyway, hello Minda. Tapos si Edward, si Juliet Marcos, hello, happy watching. Sabi ni Josephine Castillo, hi Kuya. Tapos si Edward Manalo, sabi ni Edward, for me, even I'm heartbroken. I don't mind because I'm happy. I'm a happy man. It's not my problem. Okay? So ibig sabihin, kahit na broken ka, dapat maging masaya ka pa rin. Kasi, you count your blessings. And laging sinasabi sa mga tao, minsan, we are so trapped in some issues in our lives na sometimes we feel parang hindi ka na makahinga, parang nalulunod ka. Pero what I keep telling people, and this I advise myself too, okay? I always tell, kasi there's so many things happening too, in my life as well, and of course on people's lives around me, I always tell them, whatever I say here dito sa show, yun din ina-apply ko sa sarili ko. And it's not easy. I would lie to you if I tell you it's a walk in the park. It is not. Ang ina-advise ko lang, you need to be grateful. You need to count your blessings kasi laging merong magandang nangyayari rin sa buhay mo in spite of the problems na nakikita mo. Kasi minsan talaga, especially tayo, we magnify things and we want everything to be perfect. Like in my case, there's projects, there's clients na deferred yung mga projects na nakalatag na we're so prepared to move on. Pero hindi kami full blast because of the pandemic. May mga projects po na medyo na on hold. And of course, for every project on hold, it would be parang it's hurting not only my pocket but also my staff. Kasi sabi nga, no project, no money. And buti na lang, may mga other gigs pa rin ako. And I have my health, I have my friends, I have my family. So it's nice na tinitingnan ko na lang yon. And of course, the most powerful weapon na sa pag-combat o paglaban mo sa anything in your life is prayer. I really, really, really believe that. Kaya nga, yung good friend ko was asking me, why do you go, especially now that I'm in the country, why do I go to Baclaran? Why do I go to Santo Niño in Tondo? Why do I visit Our Lady of Manaoag? Why do I go to the Sereno in Quiapo? And why do I go to Padre Pio? And I will tell you, and I'll share with you, okay? Sila po kasi ang mga intercessors ko. A lot of people saying, so, kasi sa Christian faith, and I happen to be a modified Christian, hindi ko po sila inilift na para silang mga Diyos. Ang sa akin po, and this is purely my opinion, and it should not be a reflection on the owners and the management of PHLV Radio. I'm just sharing this piece of information, but at the end of the day, sinishare ko lang yan, kayo pa rin ang bahala on how you want to live your life. Pero po sa akin kasi, those people, I call them people, they are my intercessors. At ang nakakatawa kasi, for me, si Perpetual Hope is my mom. Tapos the Black Nazarene or si Nazareno Capo is my father. Tapos si Nino, Santo Nino is my kapatid. Okay? Tapos si Our Lady of Manawan at saka si Padre Pio, mga uncle ko yun, at saka uncle ko siya at saka auntie. And that's how I talk to them. There's only one prayer that I always recite, and that's the Lord's Prayer or the Our Father, because that's what the prayer that when Jesus was asked by one of the apostles, how should we pray? And there's a passage in the Bible, whether Catholic or Christian, it says there, tapos yung nomination ni Jesus, yung Our Father, which is the Lord's Prayer. So yun lang yung dinadasal ko. The rest, parang ganyan, parang nako-communicate sa inyo. That's how I do it. And like, I do it in the morning, I do it any parts of the day. Kasi I always remember what a good pastor told me, and his name is Pastor James Reyes. He's the senior pastor na sa Charisma Christian Center based in Seattle, Washington. He used to be here in Los Angeles, but he moved his family and he built a church. It happens to be Charisma Christian Center. I believe in Linwood, Seattle, Washington. Ang laging sinabi niya sa akin, yun, yung sabi niya, ang prayers daw, if any form, hindi kailangan nire-recite. Minsan, nasa puso mo lang, and God hears your prayer. So ako, like, when I do things, when I drive in LA, or mga, yung tahimik na time, to me, that's my prayer. And I talk to God the way I talk to a friend. Minsan, nagtatampo, minsan, basta ang natutunan ko rin sa mga listeners and viewers ngayon, ayun nga, I start my prayer with a gratitude. Parang thank you muna bago sinisimulan ko ng hiling o mga wishes and mga favors. So, yun ang natutunan ko sa inyo. Kasi dati talaga, hiling agad favors agad. And sometimes, somebody, a viewer, told or suggested na sana mas maganda yata you start your prayer with thank you. Magpasalamat ka first for being alive, for being healthy. That being said, you count your blessing. Okay, may mga comments tayo dito from our viewer. Sabi niya, trust God and have faith in Him. He will heal your heart. Ganda no, Josephine. Totoo yan. Ano lang talaga, paniniwala, especially now with this pandemic, ang daming kaganapan, ang daming it is happening. And like what I told my cousin dito while I'm visiting in Manila, sabi ko, yung mga masasamang bagay na nangyayari sa mundo, sa iyo, especially to you personally, sabi ko, hindi kay God galing yan. Kasi I always believe, ito yung paniniwala ko God is, we have a good God. So if you are good as a God, hindi pwedeng bad ka. Kasi that very nature of being good, it means wala siyang iota or ounce or minuscule of evilness or badness. Kasi nga, how can be who is so good can be bad? It's against nature. Kumbaga, hindi pwedeng maging bad ang isang good na Panginoon. So, yun ang paniniwala ko. Of course, you could agree to disagree, and I respect that. Sinishare ko lang po sa inyo yung mga principles na natutunan ko as I move on with my life and with my faith and my walk with God. Okay. Sabi ni Edward, that's what I'm waiting for, yung mga projects. Me too, Edward. Meron naman, pero hindi siya as busy as before nung wala pang pandemya. But I believe in my very heart na matatapos yan, wala naman. Nothing lasts forever. Sabi nga, yung mga problems natin, mga trials, tribulations, at saka mga aning-aning o mga masalamuot na nangyayari sa bagay-bagay, sa baybay, nothing is forever when it comes to that. Family though, in my opinion, it's forever. Naniniwala ako dyan. O, dagdag pa ni Edward. Ewan ito si Edward, basahin ko na ako, parang baliw-baliwat yun. Do you believe in magic? I do, sabi niya. You believe in me, I'm an angel from the city of angels. O, alam ko po. Kasi si Edward kasi, he's from Los Angeles. Ang tawag po doon sa hindi nakakaalam, pag po nakatira ka sa Los Angeles, minsan, parang, kunyari, Bacolod, City of Smiles. Kunyari, pag po Los Angeles kasi, City of Angels daw. Punong-puno raw po ng mga anghel ang mga Californians. Kasi po, there was a time na yung Angels, yung baseball sa team, Angels, nasa Anaheim po siya. So, naging City of Angels. Ibig sabihin, City of Angels team. Pero na-adapt na po na city ng mga anghel ang Los Angeles. Yung po. So, just to give you a background there on that. Let's go back to yung ating letter sender. So, yung kay Badet. Again, Badet, maraming salamat sa pagtiwala. At tapos gusto ko yung sinabi ni Alexander. Sabi nga niya, let go, let God. Let go of the faith. Let God work His wonder on you. Tapos sabi naman ni Josephine, trust God and have faith in Him. Maniwala ka lang kasi naniniwala ako kasi pag inisip mo, when you think about it, you attract. Kung anong iniisip mo at yung what you believe, yung pinaniniwala mo, yun ang nangyayari. Ang tawag ko doon kasi the power of thinking and the power of the word. Kasi sabi nila, and ito, ginagawa ko to on a daily basis, I don't think of negative things. Although, realistic naman ako, maraming ganap na nangyayari sa buhay natin na mga kanigahan, like the pandemic is so negative, yung mga nangyayaring problema natin, either financial, relationship, health, those are negative. Pero always look at the positive. Look at the silver lining. Alam ko, one of you would say, ay, Catriona Gray. Parang ganun po. You have to look at the beauty ng isang sitwasyon. Yun po yung kagandahan eh. Kasi, di ba sabi nga yung sa mga tao, looking at things half empty or half full. So, it's better to look at things na half full as opposed to half empty. What it means na isip mo agad yung positive. Kasi marami nang kanigahan na nangyayari, di ba? Sabi nga, ang joke nga ngayon because of the COVID, di ba? It's better to be negative than to be positive. Joke po yun. It means it's better to be negative as far as the antigen, a PCR test, swab test. Kasi a positive would mean quarantine, di ba? So, pero po, sa buhay, sa pananaw, sa ating sa ating walk in life, you have to be positive. Kasi po, pag positive ka daw, it attracts positive people, positive events, positive things that happen to your life. And once you attract this positivity, everything turns into roses. Bed of roses, meaning mabango, makulay, maganda ang buhay. Because at the end of the day, with all the problems that we're going through, with all the challenges that we're going through, with all the trials that we are going through, including myself, there is always a light within the tunnel. kahit dark ng pinagdadaanan mo, pinagdadaanan ni Badet, pinagdadaanan ko, I always believe that at the end of the day, there is hope. There is that silver lining that would come out of this darkness. Kaya nga ako naniniwala, have faith, paniniwala, and pray. Prayers lang po ang katapat. Talaga, naniniwala ako yan talaga ang sandata ng ating pananalig, ng ating ikagagaling. Gusto man po yung inyong pananiniwalaan, regardless of your affiliation, whether you're Christian, you're Catholic Christian, or Protestant, definitely there's a divine being, there is a supreme being that is responsible for all of us. We just have to believe, and we just need to be prayerful. We need to be grateful. We need to be positive. So, but then, again, alam ko masakit yung nangyari sa'yo. Ako, ang sabi mo nga, bakit masakit at masarap? Kasi you would not know what happiness is until you go through a pain. Kasi hindi natin malalaman kung ano ba yung saya. Hindi ka napunta, hindi mo naramdaman, wala kang comparison. Kasi kung panay saya-saya lang, then walang spice ang life. Parang napaka-bland. Diba? We all hope na lahat walang mga things na pinagdadaanan ng tao, pero we know and I know it's impossible. It's not humanly possible na wala kang pagdadaanan, wala kang challenges. But hold on to your family, hold on to your support system, hold on to your faith, hold on to things that you know for a fact that is going your way. And I think at the end of the day, everything will be better. Everything will be peachy. It's just a matter of time. Sabi nga, lahat yan magwawakas, lahat yan will pass, and it shall pass. The only thing constant talaga in life is change. Yun lang naman talaga ang constant na hindi pwedeng ma-stagnate is change, yung pagbabago. So kung pangit ngayon o malungkot ka ngayon, ginagaranti ko sa'yo, it is not forever. Eventually, you will find happiness. Maybe Daryl is not the person for you na itinalaga. It was not destiny na talagang kayo ni Daryl ang magiging end up together. But I am pretty sure in His time, in God's time, He will give you the right person, the desires of your heart, the answers to your prayer. At alam ko, eventually, you would know and you would find in your heart that life is beautiful with or without Daryl. So yun ang aking Edward talaga para sira. Sabi ni Edward, October 13 is my birthday. St. Edward Day. Okay na. Si Edward, oh. Anyways, dun po sa mga nakinig, nanood, maraming salamat po sa inyo, sa inyong pakikinig at sa iyo, Madep. Sana kahit pa paano nakatulong yung aming little advice sa iyo, yung aming little opinions sa iyo, at sana kahit pa paano it gave you some source of solace or some sort of contentment na yung sa mga advice, not only si Josephine, na yung kalokohan ni Edward, si Alexander, those are important things na I know sometimes, like what I said time and time again, it's always easier to talk to strangers. Kasi walang judgment at wala at objective. Okay? So with that, I would be going now dahil I know you want to spend more time, especially those people watching here in the Philippines. Maraming salamat. Continue again watching PHLV radio shows, not only Dear Kuya, Josh, and Ate Jen, but also the other shows. Next week po, full pack naman po tayo uli. I'm hoping that by that time, Ate Jen will be back. And of course, like what I've said in the past, open po rin ang amon especially this particular Dear Kuya Josh, Ate Jen, for guest co-host. So those people who are interested, na hindi naman po shy, who would like to give their opinion, their advices online, just let me know, message me, and I will give you the accreditation. So at least ma-live ko rin po doing now. It's nice that people see our faces. It's nice that we could interact with each other, not only through text, but on a face-to-face. Kahit for now lang ay Zoom. You never know, eventually we'll all be in a studio where you could be guesting, whether in the Philippines or abroad, because PHLV Radio, may mga affiliates na po sila at kami na not only in Nevada where the head office is, meron na rin po sa New York, and sooner, I think there's also one here in the Philippines affiliated or associated po ang PHLV Radio. And that said, maraming salamat, Badet, for your letter. Maraming salamat sa tiwala. Those people who had watched us and listened to us, magandang tanghali, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Those people who would be reviewing or watching the review and sharing this, please share this, because sabi nga po, lahat po ng mga bagay na nangyayari sa buhay natin, meron pong corresponding lessons to be learned. At I know this is one way of the message, reaching out to other people. At sana po ay kapulutan ng mga seeds of enlightenment, seeds of wisdom, yung mga bagay pong pinag-uusapan natin sa Dear Kuya Josh and Ate Jen. So maraming salamat po sa pagkinig at panonood. Until next week, you have a beautiful, wonderful weekend ahead of you. It's dun sa man po, enjoy the rest of the Sunday. Those people across the globe, happy Sunday naman po sa inyo at enjoy the week. Please stay safe. Continue to practice safety protocol in whatever country you are. And God bless us all. Good evening, good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you po, and God bless us all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye po. Happy week sa inyong lahat. See you next week. See you next Friday.
Just like a friend from back home. This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV.